Hey guys, good evening. It's Cali, the Witch. I'm here bringing you the 6th installment from the Gypsy and the Witch's creative journaling journey. And this month, for January, we're bringing you January Gypsy Jubilee. We're bringing in the new year with a spirit of celebration, love, and music. And I had a lot of fun creating this page for my sister, the Gypsy, Miss Rita Marie. And I can't wait to see what she's created for me, as well as everyone else in our Facebook group, the Gypsy and the Witch. So if this looks like something you're interested in seeing how I created, I'd love it if you stick around. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you did that too. And hang on, I'll show you how I did it. Okay guys, we're just going to get started here. And as per usual, I'm not sure where we're going with this page, but I'm just going to lay down some gesso. So I'm going to use my Deco Art Media gesso in white. And it really just buys me time when I'm trying to think of what am I going to do. So I'm going in with a damp brush and I'm going to lay down a pretty thick coat. And I have a vague thought of what I want to do for the background. I'm going to try not to totally cover it up this time. We'll see how successful I am at that. You can see I've already laid down my masking tape in the center. And I have wax paper on both sides. I can't believe we're halfway through the year with this already. This is page number 6. Flying. So, but I'm always up for a jubilee. And let's celebrate our friends and brothers and sisters and the new year. Lots of new stuff going on. And send out a message of peace and love and music, as always. That message never changes. Okay, guys, so there we have it. And I'm going to let that dry. And I'll see you back here. And we'll try to figure out where we're going to take it from here. See you in a minute. Okay, guys, this is good and dry. And the next thing we're going to do is something I've been meaning to try. I've seen a bunch of people on YouTube doing a technique that I know isn't a new technique, but it's new to me. And I think it started with Cat Hand and her Mixed Media Morsels group. But basically, the gist of it, from what I could see, is I have a bunch of random acrylic paints, Folk Art, Martha Stewart, and Apple Barrel in fluorescent purple, light pink, teal, and robin's egg blue glitter. And all we're going to do is take these and I'm going to randomly squirt them on the page. Yeah, don't you love when that happens? We'll let that one fall down for a minute. We're going to randomly squirt them. Whoa, whoa. That was a bit much. And then we're going to cover them with cling wrap. And you guys know I'm not a pink girl, but I'm hoping it will blend nicely with the blue and make, oh, what do you know? Purple. A little bit of teal. And yeah, we're going to cover it with the cling wrap, mush it up, and then let it sit overnight. And then when we lift up the cling wrap, magic happens. Oh, look at that purple, you guys. Yummy. Okay. So, I don't know. Let's see what we get. I have some cling wrap. Good old plastic wrap. And we're going to lay it over the top. Easier said than done. And then we're just going to kind of mush it. I could have done more there, you guys. But that's okay. It is what it is. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to try to spread this out a little bit, though. And I had good intentions on joining along with everybody doing their mixed media morsels, but I have so much on my plate right now. So we're going to let this dry overnight. I don't know if I did this right or not, if there's a right or a wrong way. Obviously, we're not going to be done with our background because I'm never done. I got to keep going, right? So, but that's the purpose of an art journal, right? Is to try new techniques and things like that. I tend to get stuck in a rut sometimes, so I really, you guys, I want to add more color there. It's driving me crazy a little bit. I can, right? Let me add a little more. What do I want to add? I don't know. I'm cheating, you guys. Of course, I want to add more purple. Right? Just want to try to fill it up. Yeah. Watch Cat Hands videos and everyone else who's playing along with her. They're not cheating. So I'm going to just add a little more blue. Whoa. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Let's stop now. Okay? We're going to let this dry overnight. And after I mess with it a lot more and screw it up. No, there's no screwing it up. You're making it beautiful, right? But the idea is the plastic wrap dries and adds texture, wonderful texture. Beautiful, beautiful texture. So that's that. And I will see you guys in the morning. And we'll see what we get, okay? Looks like a Jubilee to me. Okay, guys, it's a few days later, and I'm going to apologize one more time for the camera angle. The struggle is real. I'm waiting for my new webcam, so I'm trying to deal with what I got. Anyway, it's been a few days, and I have not touched the cling wrap, so I'm hoping that it isn't dried, stuck to the page, and I'm really excited to see what we got, and let's get moving here. So we're just going to peel this off. Kind of stuck to the wax paper behind it. Oh, this looks cool, you guys. For those of you who've done this kind of a technique, you already know the magic of it. For those of you who haven't, I'm recommending it. Wow. Okay, love that. Looking really good, you guys. And I'll just peels off. Okay, good. Nothing is stuck. Oh, that's great. It's this acrylic skin on the paper. So 2 thumbs up for that. The next step that we're going to do is I tried out one of this stencil that I have from Andy Skinner. Actually, it's Deco Art. And Andy Skinner made this cool stencil. It's called Baroque. And I thought these corner pieces would be beautiful in the corners. I still don't know where I'm going with this, you guys. It's a Jubilee, it's a celebration, but I have some homemade texture paste. Check that out. And look at these faces too, you know. I probably won't use those, but I do want to use these corner pieces here. And I have my homemade texture paste that I made back in November. So that should still be good. And I have a cool palette knife that I recently got at the auction, as well as this. So let's just lay on some texture paste and see what we get. Maybe I'll start up in this corner. And I'm going to let that dry overnight. And then, well, not overnight, maybe for a few hours. And then I want to do some stenciling, I think. Okay, you guys, there's a lot of texture on this page. So I'm going to try to just carefully not move this too much. I told you I made my homemade texture paste out of baby powder, cornstarch, and I think it was Mod Podge. Can't remember. I actually did a video, I believe. yeah, so I'm excited. This month is flying by, and literally I thought today was the 12th. It's the 13th, so I have 2 days to get this up. And I think we'll be fine. But it's been a whirlwind around here. Busy month already. All right, I'm overthinking this, but I want every area covered. Okay, so that's that. Pretty, pretty. And then let's go down here. I have no idea how this will turn out, but I imagine it will be lovely. No reason why it shouldn't be. These are beautiful stencils. I have a nice tool to work with here. It's wonderful. Never know what you'll find in a dollar box lot at the auction. Okay. Nice. I don't want to smear anything. Let's go up here. I'm going to have to hold this up. Tricky, tricky, tricky. You ever watch a video and you're like, and this is the part where I messed it up? Well, we don't want to have that happen. Funny angle here. Well, it is what it is. Life is not perfect, that's for sure. Let's see. Nice. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I can't wait to see what everybody came up with for the... Whoa. Okay, well, you know what? It's not perfect, and that's okay. Got a little mushy. Mushy, mushy. What are you going to do? Do the best we can with what we have. And sometimes these happy accidents turn out to be our favorite parts. So... just got to go with it. Told you I still am not even sure where this page is going to take me. But, you know, I get a little voice that'll say, hey, why don't you do texture paste through a stencil? What an original idea. So I've started listening to that voice. Right? Okay, you guys. Pretty happy with that. It is what it is. I'm going to clean off these stencils, put my stuff away. We'll let this dry, and then we'll be back. And I think that I will be doing maybe some spray inks, or I'm not really sure. Maybe some more acrylic paint. Something will speak to me. So between now and then, I'm going to let this dry and pick off all these little flakes here. And I'll see you back here in just a few minutes, okay? So, okay guys, these are dry, and you know what? I have to laugh because I'm looking at this and looking at this, and I'm like, why doesn't this look right to me? Hello? I don't know if you guys were shouting at me when I was doing this, but I've realized that this is not a full unit. These are separate corners here on the stencil. And I did them as a full unit. So I'm not changing it now, but I was like, why does that look so strange? So I don't know if any of you guys noticed that, but it is what it is. I guess it's meant to be. But as I was hanging the stencil up to dry, I'm like, wait a minute. That's a corner, not a full piece like that. But I guess you can make it whatever you want to make it. Still don't know where we're going, guys, but I know it's a Jubilee, and I know that there's gypsies involved. So the only next thing that I would like to do right now, and just because I'm going to take some of my DecoArt Elegant Finish metallic paint in Emperor's Gold. I've put it in a little palette dish, and I have the top of an old spice jar, and I'm just going to dip and do some circles all the way around. Random. I'm probably going to wind up darkening this up a little bit at some point. I don't know. I was thinking about doing spirals, but this is what we're doing. I just wanted to, I thought about using white, and I'm like, nah, don't use white. There's enough white with the, actually I'll be painting over this stuff to try to, my original intent was to use like rub and buff on these corner pieces that I did. Well, hello, we're going to paint the floor too. That's always fun. Sorry about that. And a lot of this will probably be covered up in the end, but I just wanted to kind of get some of these down. So that's that. And then when I was over at Tom's the other night, I downloaded some Gypsy silhouettes, and I actually like to draw my own silhouettes. All right, I'm going to stop before I go crazy here. Because they're not that hard to do, but these were kind of intricate and small, and I thought they looked cool. I downloaded them from dreamstime.com, DREAMSTIME.com, and it's just a sheet of these black gypsy dancers. So what I want to do is I took a piece of a cereal box, and I'm going to use my good old Elmer's disappearing purple glue stick, and I'll glue these on, and then when they're dry, I'm going to paint them. I'll paint over the actual ink black, and then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and cut them out. And I thought that maybe they could be dancing. Maybe I'll do a bonfire. I'm not sure. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna do that now, and I'll see you back here when that's done. I think when these gold things are done, also I might take some blue or some of my sprays. I just feel like hitting this with a little navy or something. I'm not sure. I don't know, guys. We're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna come back with these cut out, and that's where we're gonna go from there, okay? So I'll see you in just a minute. Well, good morning, you guys. This is thoroughly dry now, and we are down to the wire. This page is due at midnight tonight, so I am going to be kicking butt today. Okay, I was able to, I told you I was going to glue the gypsy silhouettes to some cardboard, and I just used one of my grandson's cereal boxes, and I glued them down, and I've been cutting them out. I just used an X-Acto knife. I went over them with some black acrylic paint, and I still have a few more. I'll see how many I want to do. I kind of want them dancing on the page, but I didn't want them just floating in space, so I wasn't sure what kind of background, if I wanted to do a road or houses, but I was thinking of Jubilee and community and family and friends, and I kind of wanted to do like gypsy tents or that kind of a look. And I have to say, I'll show you what I drew out. These were 100% inspired by a video I saw by Rach0113 called Houses of Hope. And she used a stamp set by Lavinia. So these are not my original house designs. They're not exactly like the stamp, but they're really close. They were totally inspired by that. So I'm going to draw these out larger with the same idea. I'm going to take a piece of mixed media paper, glue it down to a piece of this cardboard, and then draw these out and place a few of them behind here. And I think I'll paint them with my silk acrylic glazes. And then, I'm thinking out loud here, guys. I know you can see the smoke coming out of my ears. I'm going to just have these gypsy girls kind of dancing. Maybe we'll I keep wanting to go back to a central fire pit. I'm not sure. And so that's what I'm going to be doing next with these. I'm going to do the houses. And you know that this is driving me nuts here. And I think I'm just at the ugly stage and you have to push through this stuff. But what I want to do, I think, around this border here, I've decided to take some of my Deco Art Media Misters. This one's in primary cyan, so it's this deep blue. And I just want to spray a little on this sponge here. I just have a makeup sponge. And I'm just going to touch it around the edges, all the way around, you guys. And I might even go over this white. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it. Because I'm eventually going to use some kind of rub and buff. Well, that's not too bad. See, sometimes you just got to go for it. I like that a lot better than that white. Boy. All right, that makes me a little happier. Let's see. Whoa. Well, happy accident. Happy accident. These are permanent too, so they're wonderful. Let me make sure I'm spraying in the right direction. What do you guys think? It's better this way. Much better this way. Oh yeah, now we're talking. I've shared with you before, and I'm sure you all feel the same way. As the page starts to come together, you know, just 2 minutes ago, I was like, oh, I hate that. And now, I'm singing a different tune. So I'm just going to go around the border. I will finish doing the same thing to these blue guys right here. And also, I have a thing for borders, I'm telling you. I kind of want to, that's a little too harsh for me. I kind of want to do a black and white checked border. For some reason that's been in my head. But I'm not sure. I might wind up just loving this as it is. And then the idea that I have is once this blue is dry on these, on the texture paste, that I'm just going to go back with some, like either silver or gold rub and buff. So, wow, you guys, I really like that 100% better. Go figure. Right? So, I know it's kind of, it's a little harsh around the edges there, but when all the elements are on it, it will blend together. So that's where we're at. And you guys will see me back here, like I said, when, there we go, when these houses are done. And then we're going to put them down. So we're getting there. See, I'm already starting to love it, just with the addition of that blue. Really made a lot. And I might go over it one more time. But what do you guys think? We're getting there. We're getting there. See you in a minute. Okay, I've made some progress. These are fun to sketch out, actually, you know. I didn't do them exactly like the stamps, obviously. And I will add more embellishments once I get them painted up. But I just used a pencil and sketched out. I had drawn these while looking at Rachel's video this morning. And then drew from that. And then this guy I did just on my own. I was thinking of a mushroom, so they're cute and fun. I am going to just outline them. I'm using my Faber-Castell Pitt pens. And then I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and cut them out. And I have my silk acrylic glazes here, which I love. Love, love, love these. and I'll be painting those with them. And I may have too many. It might be too big for the page. I could be getting ambitious here, but that's okay. If that's the case, I'll save one or whatever. But I think it's going to look cool with the houses down and then, you know, dancing girls. And maybe, oh, I have thought, I have a million ideas now, of course. When I ripped off the mixed media paper to glue on my cereal box, you know, these things are so cool. I thought that maybe I would spray some white or do some white through the X's just around the edge. But we'll see. I never know when to finish. So that's what I'm going to do next, you guys. I'm going to paint these up, and I'll use my pens to accent and maybe do some white, good old, you know, Signo Uniball. These pens are great for detail. I'm going to, you know, do little curly cues or like things hanging from them. We'll see. And then I have some Aleene's tacky glue. I'll glue the houses down with that, as well as the gypsies. So I was also thinking maybe pennants. I don't know. Whee! So I'll see you back here when these are painted, and we're going to glue them down. All right? Doing all right. See you in a minute. Okay, guys, I've gotten these drawn and cut out, and I did the initial, I told you I used my Faber-Castell pens. I love these, as well as the Uniball pens, which I love. And these look cute. Like I said, I copied these from the Lavinia stamp idea, and this one I did on my own. I'm going to use 1, 2, or 3. I'm not sure. I have these gypsies that are going to be dancing, dancing, dancing. And my next step, like I said, is to take the acrylic glazes, and I'm going to paint the houses, and then you will see me back here. I'm really starting to like this. And I am going to, I think, you know, this texture here will kind of play into the design a little bit, and I don't know, it's coming together really nice. So there you have it. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, can I just tell you guys that I'm really starting to fall in love with this page now? Look at these bright colors. It really is a Jubilee. So I haven't glued anything down yet. I just finished painting with the glazes. I really love how it came out. The white and black around the doorway I just did again with my Pitt pens, and I left the white as it was. The yellow in the windows I did with a Prismacolor marker in yellow rice. At one point I thought there's a little too much gold going on here, you know, with the yellow and the gold, but I think once I get these down, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to arrange them, it's going to be just fine. And we're going to have the gypsies dancing. Like I said, you know, this is where they live, right? And they're all coming out for a Jubilee celebration. So, yay! I'm loving this now. It went from being really stressful, oh my gosh, what am I going to do, to it's a party here. So, I don't know. We'll see how we figure this out. And I'll be back. And I may, like I said, you guys, I'm saying it again and again, I may go over and use this kind of as a stencil and just take a white acrylic paint and daub it, you know, through the holes, but we'll see. Again, I don't want to do overkill. I almost thought to take a white spritz too. We'll see. But I'm going to glue this down, and I'll see you back here when we do, and I'll probably wind up going over the outside edges with one of my watercolor pencils, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, see you in a minute. Boy, you guys, it starts to come together fast once you get going. I'm going to call this done right now, and I'll show you what I did. You saw the houses that were painted, so I glued those down. I glued the gypsies down. You know, I always want to keep fussing with things and keep going and make it a masterpiece, you know, but I left it as it was. And I tried to do a little bit of the white border around. I told you I was going to use this. And it worked out okay down here, and then it got real smudgy, and I decided to just kind of incorporate it into the background and make it kind of cloudy, and I left it alone as far as borders go. Then I did give a spritz of the Deco Art Media Shimmer Misters in white, and I also decided to make a little Jubilee pennant banner up here. I just took a scrap piece of mixed media paper, actually this is watercolor paper, that I had laying around that in the past I had sprayed with, again, the Deco Art Media Misters. So you could see I just folded it and cut little triangles, and then I stamped the word Jubilee, and I cut them out all various sizes, and then I glued them around fishing line. And I just poked holes here and strung it through the back, and I'll have to actually fasten that and glue that down on the other side to make it more permanent. But for right now, for the purposes of that, it's just hanging here. And then I went around on these on the texture paste areas with some of this Deco Art Metallic Luster in Silver Spark on a damp cosmetic sponge. I just kind of sponged it around. And then I decided to do that to the border as well. So me and my borders. I just went around with it. And that was it, you guys. It came together quite nicely, I think. And it really celebrates celebration. So I hope you enjoyed my process. And again, I'm not going to apologize too much for camera angles, but we'll be working it out as the year goes on. So if you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. Please, please, please make sure you go check out my beautiful gypsy sister, Miss Rita Marie. Check out her work. I'll link her channel below, as well as our Gypsy and the Witch Facebook group. I'm so excited to see what our members there have created as well. So come on by. Join us if you would love to. We, again, put out new themes monthly and encourage you guys to join along. So it's been a Jubilee celebration over here. I'm wishing you guys nothing but the best, and I'll see you next month. Who knows what's in store?